This month, or the end of this month, is all about the sun, happiness, being lit up. Horse represents, because it is white, it's about purity. Flag represents like being a champion or fire, your passions. Baby is naked, so it represents our intentional purities and our vulnerabilities to life. But the sun card essentially is a very happy card because it is essentially about just what warms us up, where we get our sunshine from life. So we will see where that comes for you. November. So the sun is all about like what warms you up, what fires you up, and it's essentially, in regards to like astrology, it's essentially the Leo card, because it is all about like following what warms you up, what gives you instant satisfaction, and like what gives you those good fuzzy feelings and that safety and purity to follow what you're excited, your passions and interests, with the intention of a child who just, they're open to life and they go towards the things they like with this purity and kind of like this newness to life, like it's a birthing to life. The sun obviously means like happiness. It's a very happy card because a celebration, so it could be talking about like a newborn coming into life, or a new birth, looking at things that warm you up, that give you that warm feeling, kind of just like feeling you get when you're just like out in the sun and you get that warmth from the sun. There's this like satisfaction and following your passions. But then we also have this celebration of things coming into fruition. So this could be passions or interests, a social gathering. I think this was Taurus. Taurus had the sun and the 3 of Cups. The result of following your passions is you're going to see the fruition of your passions turn into a social celebration of connecting with others and celebrating. We also have the Queen of Wands at the back of the deck, Gemini. So this is definitely, Queen of Wands is about a very fiery energy, and we see the sunflower here, fire. Queen of Wands is often depicted as the witch of the tarot because she has a black cat. So this is really following your intuition, in regards of following your nudges, what you're excited about, and having that one wand and it birthing opportunities. And even on her throne, the Queen of Wands has 2 lions, noticing in the pure form your passions, in the pure form your passions. So that is literal infancy, or literally an idea, a wand that you take up, an intention for a birthing of a project, the literal vulnerability of it being a baby. And we're gonna see it come into fruition. We see the harvesting of your passions into a social celebration of where you actually see the earthly matter coming up, things we've planted, and then them being harvested, and we're finally able to actually touch the fruit of our labor. This is a very happy time of celebrating with others. Gemini. Jeez. The 2 of Pentacles is about balance, and it's getting through that emotional turmoil. We see the waves going up and down. It's balancing your emotional waves with that of multitasking, or keeping when one pentacle is up, one has to be down in order to create that balance. So this is about possibly balancing 2 projects in order to keep the emotional state calm. Also see the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is all about, it can be depicted in the shadow form. It could be depicted as greedy, keeping all your money to yourself, containing your resources. But the 4 of Pentacles also is a card or advice of containing your finances, maybe saving your money. You're not able to spend any money because you're all your hands are full, and so you don't even have an ability to put down a project to actually sit down. So if I have 2 things I'm trying to keep up, then you won't be able to spend any money at all anyway. Like when you have 2 jobs and you have like no ability to just like take a rest time to listen to your emotions, and you're just like chugging along and trying to get by to make to make that money. So this could be like you're maybe in November 2024, Gemini, you've been just like trying to keep things afloat, keep it above the water, keep the water base to a minimum, or you're just trying to keep that balance in regards to projects of trying to manifest of abundance. This is a time of happiness and joy, and then it then is with the Three of Cups of emotional celebration and excitement. But we see there's this sense of kind of turmoil of having to balance your projects or maybe you're an individual that you feel that in order to get that emotional balance, you have to balance your project, or you have to like balance your work. Or if you stay busy, then your emotions will be subsided. Waves won't be big, but they won't be as big as long as you stay busy with earthly matters, projects, or you're trying to create more money for yourself and you're trying to keep yourself busy. But this is a card, Two of Pentacles is a card of balance. Twos in tarot are always about balance. It can also be about choice, but you have your hands full here, and it feels like you have to have your hands full in order to subside your emotions. This is Two of Pentacles with Four of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, of passion, of a new project. And because the Ace of Wands is coming out from the Four of Pentacles, this tells me that actually you might actually benefit from keeping your money contained and not spending money, because it's actually going to create an opportunity for growth, for abundance, for maybe a new project. Where we see like the one wand, you're given the one wand, but from that one wand there's even more wands. Like there's going to be a passionate offering within the Ace of Wands, and it's coming from containing your finances. So it takes the point of like, oh, you're a king that contains your money and you don't share it, and could be seen as you're being greedy. But if that greed, or it turns into self-preservation because you're containing your finances in order to potentially, obviously it's come from containing your finances, it's birthing a new passion for suffering, a new passion for an offering, or it will provide a opportunity of an offering that is of passion. Ace of Wands also is potentially being turned on, like someone literally has a heart on for you because it is a phallic symbol. So maybe someone likes that you're someone who does contain your finances. We see an opportunity for a passion, and then we see building a foundation. So I feel that for you, Gemini, you are creating emotional fulfillment, and through something that you're passionate about. Maybe it's an inner child passion, like something from your childhood, and you're making it something that you can actually make money from. But from containing your finances, it is an opportunity of someone either showing you their passion stick, or it is just like a new opportunity for a project. Being able to balance the Two of Pentacles, multitask with containing your pentacles that you already receive, creates a foundation to build with others. I mean, Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands kind of have the same energy in the sense of like they're setting boundaries. So this could be setting boundaries of like who you want to work with, and knowing your standards for your work, and knowing the right way to build a structure or foundation isn't to just quickly go through it. So it's creating that planning piece with others for a foundation, and knowing when to be assertive and when to back off. But this is an opportunity that is new growth for potential foundation. For even going into December, Gemini, you've experienced a sense of like having to contain your finances, having to maybe even say no, create boundaries with people of like what projects you are willing to work on. I don't actually see this as a bad thing, because there is this Ace of Wands where people are People could be so turned on by like what your energy is and by you as a coworker or employee, because they're willing to work, they see that you're willing to work, that you're willing to set boundaries, and you're a person of integrity, and that maybe because you have so many, I mean, you had the Queen of Wands, but you have so many wands, that you are an individual that you only work for projects that you are passionate about. That's what the Seven of Wands is all about. It's creating those boundaries, saying no even when you have so many opportunities, and knowing, having integrity, what you are willing to put your energy into. Sun with Three of Cups. Sun with Three of Cups is walking away from something you built on, which is interesting. It's realizing where your emotional nurturing is. So the sun can be about realizing where our warmth is, what we actually are lit up by listening, getting back to our inner child, our inner happiness, what actually lights us up. By sometimes what it takes is walking away. Maybe you had to make a choice to walk away from something because it just wasn't lining you up, and you had to make a choice out of blindness. And we see the water behind here again, as we saw with the Two of Wands. So you might have had to start over, and it might have been a really difficult choice where you have to really listen to your intuition. The Sun. Leo always makes, and I say Leo because the Sun is often associated with the Leo card or Leo sign, because this is about following our heart. Well, this is following your higher self knowledge, such as your clairvoyance. You realized you needed to walk away from something because you needed something that actually emotionally fulfills you. And even if the structure is almost built up, it's like, this actually doesn't emotionally nurture me anymore. So it's following what actually nurtures us. And by leaving that, there could have been a celebration in the sense of like a new opportunity. And this could be what that is, the Ace of Wands. What is the Ace of Cups? This card is stuck. You made the intention to manifest something, and you're waiting for it to come into fruition. And in that time, I mean, 3-3, you're manifesting. You're waiting for, you made the intention, made that choice. Twos again. It's either a balance or it's a choice. You made that at 3. You turned that Two of Wands. Once you picked that wand you wanted, you made the intention, and that Two of Wands turned into a Three of Wands, and now you're waiting for things to come into fruition. And that could essentially be the Ace of Wands, that new opportunity of a new foundation. Three of Pentacles. And knowing yourself well enough to know who and what you will work with, because this is all about the Sun with you. November 2024, even into December. Following your ignition, following your passion, following the red flag, because you know, red flag, green flag in relationships. Following the green flag. Always follow the green flag, but following like your passions, what warms you up, fires you up, what gets you excited. And that is very much wand energy. If you don't have passion, then you need to walk away. And I feel that's what you were doing. You realized the intention wasn't there and you needed to walk away, and there was a celebration of you actually following your heart, of fulfilling your heart. You have so many wands energy, like you have so much wands energy. So this is definitely like, this is like literally you're like, fuck it. The Knight of Wands just like takes actions. And you might have taken a moment to really listen to your Swords intuition, that inner knowledge of our higher self, tapping into the third eye, clairvoyance. This energy is literally when you're building up something emotional, or you're building up something and it's not emotionally nurturing, and you're just like, you just leave it, like a job that's like literally draining you. And Knight of Wands just like, you know what, nope, I'm leaving. Bye. Like, I'm not gonna even give you the 2 weeks notice because this isn't exciting me anymore. I'm literally numb, I'm bored. And I think this is a good sign because from that leaving, you're tapping back into your passion. From you leaving something that drains you, you're tapping back into your passion and a celebration of something new. And it might mean balancing multiple projects, but ultimately it leads you to a new opportunity, a new growth, someone offering you their, maybe it's giving you back that passion you had before. You're creating a foundation with someone else or something else, or creating something with another business